Hello everyone and welcome back to the Minecraft 1.20 Let's Play. Last episode we made a froglight farm in the nether, and got some mushrooms, as well as built them this nice barn themed off of mushrooms of course. But today I want to move slightly away from the swamp and go back to the cove in the mountain, where we've got all kinds of ships, but today I want to add another and work in this underwater cave over here. And you might wonder how in the heck I'm going to do that, because I have 0 respiration on my helmet and would have to resurface every 10 seconds. Well, I recently traded with a wandering trader and got the last Nautilus shell needed to make a conduit with the Hearts of the Sea that I got like a very long while back. Look, isn't it pretty? It does need some prismarine to surround it though, so let's sell it to the monument. And I'll get some shards that I've collected. My plan is to place this in the center of the cove, depending on how much space that I have. I might have to do some terraforming. Right here should work. And it's activated. We've got the effect. I feel so powerful. I didn't check if this reaches to the cave I want to work in though. I probably should have done that, but it looks like it's fine. However, now that I can see under here, the seafloor looks terrible, so I'll spend some time terraforming and smoothing everything out. I think this looks a lot better. Just smoothing out the terrain has made a big difference. But let's also grow some seagrass around to liven up the landscape. Oops, my bad. Well, now this area looks good enough for us to build in. And before we get building underwater, we need a place above to mark the spot so it looks like something is actually there. Even though it's supposed to be kind of a secret vault, but it's fine. To do that, I'll take wool from the sheep farm and sail to the tree boat, where I think I've got enough oak and spruce wood to cover the cost. With the materials gathered, I began building a smaller ship above the cave, using basic materials like oak and spruce because this isn't meant to be the main attraction, just a landmark for what's beneath. So now we've got a nice boat to camp on here. My plan for the cave below is to have a couple of false entrances into different rooms, so let's see how much redstone we've got. Well, not a lot. I suppose I need to trade for some more because I'm too lazy to go searching underground for the amount that we're gonna need. Oof, and it's kind of been a while since I've been to the berry farm. But at least we've got lots to trade up here. And I think at least 4 of these guys will actually trade redstone. Some of them just simply do not have the profession for some reason. Next, let's actually go to the Frog Manor to take some slime from the frogs. I'll use that to make some sticky pistons. For the first door, I don't think I'll need any repeaters or anything, so let's just bring some blocks with us. And back at the ship, let's go under the water. Somewhere deep in here should be a good spot for the first hidden door. I don't want to go too far down, just to make sure that the conduit will still work here. Using spruce as a temporary block of the door so that we can see it against the stone. 4 sticky pistons positioned around the edges. I am going to have to be careful placing redstone since it can't be underwater and is easily flooded, so it might be a little bit tricky. I've dug some stone out, but I think the easiest thing to do will be to remove the water from the door area until I've got the redstone lined out. Everything should be enclosed so I can reflood the space. The final thing is a stone button, right here. Oh, well I guess buttons can't be underwater. The same is probably true for levers, but let's see. Okay, that was an oversight on my part. Let's see what other redstone activators will work underwater. Oh, yes, a pressure plate works. Let's widen the room back here some, and I've just realized I don't have a way out. Destruction seems like a good solution though. It's fine for now. The way I'm hoping to design these rooms, I shouldn't have to go back through once everything's finished. The room is cleaned up and carved out. The next fake door I want to have hidden in a bookshelf, and chiseled bookshelves take up quite a lot of wood, so let's go chop some spruce trees. I also went to the library and bought some regular bookshelves. Now we can start putting some beams in the walls, to then fill with bookshelves. This corner is full of bookshelves, but I don't think the whole thing should be books, partially because I can't afford that. So the section closer to the entrance, I'll use up some mossy cobble, leaves, and glow lichen to create an overgrown feel, merging with the flooded library vibe. The floor in here should be something other than stone, so some spruce slabs will work. This random underwater cave is looking much nicer, and the little library is complete, but I need to add the door. At this point, I don't want to have everything be underwater, so I'll just dig out a good-sized room to work out the redstone. Now that we've got some space to work, I need to craft even more pistons, as well as a comparator and a repeater. Now to figure out this door. Oh no, not again. But placing this comparator, yes, the achievement, that's a good sign. Yeah, we did it. Now the bookcase opens up when a book is taken out and placed back in. And we go in here, where another entrance will be. To blend it together, the walls will be bookshelves to make it less obvious that things are moving back and forth. But the room beyond I want to be a treasure room, protected by the secret entrances that you have to get through to be at this point. You may have noticed that I keep all of my valuables at my starter house, in this barrel, and the other barrels in the walls. It's not a good spot to keep things, and I definitely can do something better at this point in the game, so I'm moving everything into the underwater vault that we're building next. For that though, we need materials, and I want to use some fancier items as well as some unusual ones to make the whole room kind of mysterious. This includes lots of nether brick, blackstone, black concrete, tinted glass, mud bricks, frog lights, prismarine, cherry wood, and spruce of course. And the next step is digging out yet another huge room. Well, that took forever. Much longer than I expected, but this room does look very awkward at the moment, so let's fix that. Right after I rescue that sponge that I missed. Alright, the vault is looking a lot better. However, we don't have a way out that isn't the waterfall. I've put in a tube for a bubble elevator, but I don't know exactly where it's going to come out, so first let's dig up and see what happens. So far so good. It comes up into a cave again. And right next to our ship. Cool. I'll grab some kelp and make this a proper elevator. This makes it too so that you can't get back down this way, and you have to use the secret doors to go back in. And since we've got a solid way out, I can fix up the one-way door here. And now back to the vault. As you can see, there's lots of tinted glass that I've used. Right now they are against a stone wall, but I want to dig out behind all of these to actually make some rooms to keep stuff in. To keep with the theme, the walls will be nether brick. The ceiling is kind of void-like with the black concrete, designed so that you can't really see too far into the room, and a slightly brighter floor with some cherry logs. That's one room done, and now to do all of the rest. The rooms are finished, and in them I'm attempting to make a display case of some sort, like a pedestal out of stone. These are what I'll have different items displayed on. As for the two sections in the middle, I'll make a bunch of chests to fill the back walls with. Now we've got a place to actually store our valuables. Back in the starter house, I'm going to raid absolutely everything, as well as the enchanting room, because that's where I've been keeping my diamonds. Everything's all organized finally, so we can put stuff in the display cases. I'll have the first one be a cluster of amethyst, the second one will be diamonds, making use of the regular stone ores, and some full blocks. I don't have much raw gold, but I do have gold bars, which are slightly less impressive, so this next one can be gold blocks. Then I want one to hold an ender dragon head and the ender egg. It's not as full or impressive looking as the others, but these two items are far more rare. Then I'll use some blocks of emeralds stacked up because I think the block is pretty, even though it's very easy to get. The last room, I don't know what to put in, so I'll wait to see if I get something interesting in the future. The last thing in this room that's empty is the middle two basin things that I've built. And to fill this, we need to go somewhere tropical. I know there's a warm ocean by the mangrove, and I think there's also a coral reef in that area. Hopefully. Right now, I'm just following a river because I figured it would know where the ocean is. And it's paid off. And finally, I found it. There was so much warm ocean to search. And the reef is very, very small, but I just need a few different corals. I've collected some pink and yellow and blue, and adding them in here with the water, so that it makes a lovely little coral garden as a nice centerpiece for our little vault type thing. With that, the secret vault is complete, Today we've successfully built a whole entire puzzle system to get into this room here, where we've stored all of the things that are worth stealing, but that is all of the time that I've got for today's video. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.